Welcome to Zoom in Data. In this session, we will discuss Delta Live Tables in Databricks, which is a crucial topic for building reliable and scalable data pipelines and is frequently asked in Databricks interviews. Delta Live Tables provide a declarative framework that simplifies pipeline development by automatically managing dependencies, execution order, and data quality. Understanding Delta Live Tables helps you design production-grade batch and streaming pipelines with improved reliability and reduced operational effort. Key points covered in this subtopic: Delta Live Tables overview and purpose. Declarative pipeline development in Databricks. Data quality enforcement and monitoring. Batch and streaming pipeline management. Subscribe to Zoom in Data to continue structured learning of Databricks concepts. What are Delta Live Tables in Databricks? Delta Live Tables are a managed framework in Databricks used to create reliable data pipelines. They allow data engineers to define data transformations using simple table definitions. The framework automatically manages execution order, dependencies, and failures. This helps teams build production-ready pipelines with less manual effort. Why were Delta Live Tables introduced? Delta Live Tables were introduced to reduce the complexity of traditional data pipelines. Manual orchestration, scheduling, and error handling were time-consuming for engineers. DLT automates these operational responsibilities within the Databricks platform. This allows engineers to focus more on data logic and quality. How are Delta Live Tables different from traditional Spark jobs? Traditional Spark jobs require explicit control of execution and scheduling. Delta Live Tables automatically determine the correct execution order of tables. DLT uses a declarative approach instead of procedural coding. This makes pipelines easier to maintain and scale. What does a declarative pipeline mean in DLT? A declarative pipeline focuses on defining the desired output data structure. Engineers specify transformations without worrying about execution steps. Databricks internally optimizes the execution process. This reduces pipeline complexity and human error. How does DLT improve data pipeline reliability? Delta Live Tables include built-in retry and failure handling mechanisms. They ensure that partial or corrupted data is not written to target tables. The framework maintains consistency across all pipeline stages. This improves trust in downstream analytics and reporting. What are DLT managed tables? DLT managed tables are tables created and controlled by the Delta Live Tables framework. These tables automatically update when source data changes. Dependencies between tables are tracked by Databricks. The data is stored using Delta Lake format. What are streaming tables in Delta Live Tables? Streaming tables continuously ingest data as it arrives. They are useful for near real-time analytics use cases. DLT manages streaming checkpoints automatically. This ensures fault tolerance and exactly once processing. What are materialized views in DLT? Materialized views store pre-computed transformation results. They improve query performance by avoiding repeated calculations. DLT refreshes these views automatically when data changes. This is useful for analytical workloads. How does DLT manage table dependencies? Delta Live Tables automatically build a dependency graph. Tables are executed in the correct sequence. Changes in upstream tables trigger downstream updates. This eliminates manual dependency management. What is data quality enforcement in DLT? DLT allows defining data quality rules called expectations. These rules validate data during pipeline execution. Invalid records can be dropped or flagged. This improves overall data reliability. What are expectations in Delta Live tables? Expectations are rules used to validate incoming data. They can check conditions like null values or ranges. Violations can be logged or stop the pipeline. This helps enforce data quality standards. How does DLT support schema enforcement? DLT enforces schemas during data ingestion. Unexpected schema changes are detected early. This prevents downstream pipeline failures. Schema stability improves long-term reliability. How does DLT support incremental processing? Delta Live tables process only new or changed data. This improves pipeline performance significantly. It reduces compute cost and execution time. Incremental logic is handled automatically. How does DLT work for batch pipelines? DLT supports batch data transformations. Batch tables refresh when pipelines are executed. Execution is optimized by Databricks. This simplifies batch pipeline maintenance. How does DLT work for streaming pipelines? DLT supports real-time streaming ingestion. Streaming logic is defined using table syntax. Checkpointing is automatically managed. This ensures reliable streaming pipelines. How does monitoring work in Delta Live tables? DLT provides built-in pipeline monitoring dashboards. Engineers can track execution status and errors. Performance metrics are available for analysis. This simplifies production monitoring. How does DLT handle pipeline failures? Failed steps are automatically retried. Clear error logs help identify issues quickly. Incomplete data writes are avoided. This ensures consistent pipeline execution. What role does Delta Lake play in DLT? Delta Lake provides ACID transactions. It ensures atomic and consistent writes. Schema enforcement is supported. Data integrity is maintained. How does DLT provide data lineage? DLT automatically tracks table relationships. Lineage shows how data flows across tables. This helps with debugging and audits. It improves data governance. How does DLT reduce operational overhead? Manual orchestration is no longer required. Monitoring and retries are built in. Less operational code is needed. Engineer productivity increases. What are common use cases for Delta Live tables? Building bronze, silver, and gold layers. Enforcing data quality rules. Creating analytics-ready datasets. Managing complex transformations. How is DLT useful in enterprise environments? Enterprises require reliable and scalable pipelines. DLT reduces maintenance effort. Data quality and governance improve. Business reporting becomes more reliable. What are limitations of Delta Live tables? DLT is tightly coupled with Databricks. Custom orchestration control is limited. Debugging requires DLT knowledge. Proper design is essential. Why are Delta Live tables important for interviews? Interviewers expect knowledge of modern Databricks tools. DLT demonstrates understanding of managed pipelines. It reflects real-world production practices. Strong answers show platform expertise. When should you choose DLT over traditional pipelines? Choose DLT for managed and reliable pipelines. It is ideal when data quality is critical. It suits teams wanting less operational effort. Traditional pipelines are better for custom control. Thank you for watching Zoom in Data. If you found this video helpful, like, share, subscribe. More Databricks interview and tutorial videos coming soon. Stay connected and keep learning with Zoom in Data.